Hey everyone, hope your day is going well. We are back with another reaction. We're going to check out a live version of Paranoid by Black Sabbath. As many of you know, Ozzy Osbourne, the legendary Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness, has passed away at the age of 76. And even though I was aware of his, struggles with his health and Parkinson, it still comes as a shock, man. It's like he's always there, right? Even though I'm not that steeped in the Black Sabbath history or the music. I just finished Geezer Butler's book Into the Void, and I then reacted to NIB, just a few weeks ago, because he was talking about that song and this one in his book. So I was learning a little bit more about it. I've seen clips of the last um, concert that they did just 3 weeks ago, and they raised a lot of money for charity. I think it was like $200 million or something. Uh, so that's amazing. As a last act in life, it's yeah, man, it's heartbreaking. Even though I know many, his loved ones and his friends are suffered a big loss. I know the world has suffered a big loss, and many fans will be heartbroken today. Uh, yeah, so I wanted to check this out because like I said, Geezer talked about this song in his book, and I have heard this song, but I actually, I don't know the words. I know the melody and the cadence and how Ozzy sings on it, but actually really listening to it, that's a different experience. Uh, yeah, so I wanted to check this out. Man, he really gave his last live energy on that final concert, man. Damn. Um, all right, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Rest in peace, Ozzy.
One more song. You gotta go fucking crazy now, okay? Are you ready?
Man, what a
Thank you
legend,
from
bro.
the bottom of my heart for coming out of me. We always give you a good night, man. Thank you. God bless you all.
Wow. Man, and this is from 2012, right? So he was already in his 60s then, and he had a wild life. Some of the stories in Geezer's book, like, and even sometimes he glosses over these, like, oh, I want to know more. This is you know, uh, there was one story in there, like, they were so paranoid in a house, when they were doing, some exogenous compounds. I think Ozzy thought the cops were at the door, and then they flushed everything away, like a 40, 50K, maybe even more amount of dope. And it turned out to be not cops. I can't remember who it was. Like, sheesh, you know. Um, so yeah, it always amazed me, like, wow, because I mean, I've 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 been in a similar lifestyle without the money and the rock and roll and the heavy metal. Like, damn, these guys are medical marvels that they were, alive, basically, what they've done. And of course, like I said, I was still shocked. Incredible performance. Even, the careers of these guys were already, you know, in such a later stage. Even when I saw Ozzy the first, one of the first times I remember, it's the show, right? Some of you may cringe, oh, the reality show. But I was like 14 or 15 when that came out, watching MTV, seeing this guy yelling, Sharon, talking about the baking channel, couldn't figure out his remote. And then you start to learn about, oh, he's a performer, right? And then you hear some of the songs, like, oh yeah, these riffs are so iconic. I've heard these, even though I have no idea what it's about, but I've heard these in my life. Yeah, incredible. The guitars and this, the bass, the lyrics, just the cadence of it is so iconic. His voice so distinctive. And now I actually listen to the words, like, whoa, this is exactly how I felt a few years ago, just before I got sober, just right before that moment when you think it's too late for everything. I tell you to enjoy life. I wish I could, but it's too late. That last line, so nihilistic. You know, wanted to close your eyes. I never wanted to wake up. Finished with my woman because she couldn't help me with my mind. I need something to pacify it, to occupy my brain, a distraction, and I can't find any happiness anymore. It's the paranoia of depression and addiction, and and there's other feelings that could classify with these lines, but to me it's depression and addiction, because that's what I felt. This exactly captures it. This is written by Geezer, right? These lyrics, he talked about it in his book. Incredible song, very cool performance. What a legend, man. Damn, big loss. And what a good soul too, when you really start to dig into his story, even though he did a lot of crazy stuff. Man, that's the best of both worlds right there. Yeah, RIP Ozzy. And hopefully I can learn a little bit more about Black Sabbath, as I was intending to anyway, like I said in my last reaction. And yeah, leave some recommendations. Have a great day. Bye.